Hello YouTube, this is the Mower Man 82 here. Well, the tarp is off. Decided to work on my mud mower today a little bit. Got it somewhat level. Took the front steering off here. Plate retaining the front of the pivot, and then the steering arms and brackets the wheels attached to. I want to make this thing four-wheel drive, so I mocked this into place here. This is not the transmission that goes there, it's just a broken one that I have lying kicking around just to mock up the whole thing. So this is about the height that I'm looking for. As you can see, I'll have different tires on there, but this is just a mock-up, and this fits in there. I have to figure out what to do with the front end. What I think I'm going to do is I want to put this pivot here back under here where it goes, but lift up the hole so it's up here. Because I want some flexibility, I'm going to have to notch the frame a little bit here to get this all the way up to there. And after that, after this frame is notched a little bit, I'm gonna have to strengthen it. I'm obviously gonna have to lengthen it a little bit, just because the transmission is gonna go up front a little bit, so there'll be extensions here and some sort of a bumper. I have to strengthen this whole thing up, because this transmission will be mounted to this, and it'll be mounted. They'll have a regular bolt there, so this thing will pivot back and forth like this in the front. I think I'm gonna put a couple small gas shocks in the front too, just in the sides. What I'm going to have to do is figure out my pulley ratio. I'm gonna get you under here right now. There you go, you can see that. That's the small pulley. So what I'm going to do is take this pulley off right here and figure out what size pulley I need. I think I'm going to need about 4 or 5 inch on here, and then probably about 6, maybe a 6 or 7 inch on the other side. I'm not too sure. I want some speed, but I also want some torque if I'm going in the mud, so I'm not sure. I haven't decided on what the ratio is going to be yet. But because I'm going to stick double pulley in here, one at this height for your regular belt for the rear transmission, which is cast iron, which I'm going to lock. Another thing on my list. I'm also going to have one up top here, same size for the front. But because of that, I am going to have to notch this front piece here wide enough, cut out from the bottom to the top, cut out a square or a rectangle, just enough so the belt can go through. But because I'll be doing that, I'll be weakening this big front piece. So once this is notched and the belt comes through here to attach to this pulley to the front, I'm gonna have to strengthen this. I might even have to cut it out like a circle or something, and then I'm going to have to match with this. So with this, I'm gonna have to cut something like that out. If I do that, I'm gonna have to put some strengthen this with like a rod or something, bend a rod, and strengthen these pieces here, just because the steering will be still be running off this piece, and this is the I'll reinforce this part here with a proper hole. You can see that this one front end was beat to hell a long time ago. Same for the other side, it's broken here. Because I want room for the belt to pass right through here, but I want the strength. So I'm gonna have to figure out, either put some kind of bend, some rod, weld it to the bottom here, and then have it come down, weld to this piece, and then in here put like bars or whatever, try to strengthen this whole section, because it's gonna be running only off this, because I want this to still tilt with the four-wheel drive. Another issue I'm gonna have is I'll have to put some extra guards for the belt, because when the front end pivots like this, the belt will pivot like that. So I don't want the belt to keep falling off the front. So I'm gonna have to put some sort of folded pieces of metal guards for the belt to keep it on the pulley. What else? What I'm also gonna have to do is figure out how to shift. I'm not gonna always be using the transmission in the front, so I'm gonna put a 5-speed in the front. So I want to be able to change it and put it in neutral and leave it in neutral. That way it doesn't slow down the machine if I want to just use the rear wheel drive. So I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of, depending on where the shifter is on the other transmission, it'll probably be in the same spot, some sort of linkage that goes to the back there, either comes from the side and goes up here with another lever, just so I can lock it into whatever gear I want. This is only a 3-speed, well, 4-speed with reverse. It's only a 3-speed, so I'll be able to play with the front speeds just to make do. Make sure I get the right ratio, so I'm not going to blow my front end because I'm going too fast with the back wheels. So that's what it looks like right now. In the previous video I did show you, I didn't buy very much other things for parts for this. I just gonna mock this up. I'm probably gonna start working on the front end first, and figure out what I want to do. I'll definitely put some angle, some square tubing. Once I find out my pulleys, I'll work on my pulleys first under the engine, and then I'll cut that, and then I'll try to make some lengthen this with square tubing and weld it directly here, bring it out probably here, and then leave it like that for a bit. And I don't know what I'm gonna do for the front, for the bumper. I might just put a square of tubing here just to cover all the way up to the front of the transmission, and I might just cut off a piece of frame from another lawnmower and just do the same thing, just weld that over. So in case it would allow me some more room. And of course, what I just thought of is my hood's gonna have a hard time fitting. I guess I'm gonna have to, that's okay, I'm gonna have to make some mounting brackets here, and mount the hood here so there'll be a piece come out the front. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a bumper. I'm thinking I'm gonna do some sort of rat rod kind of thing. I have really old chain. I think it's number 60 or something, this chain here. It's all from my local scrapyard, local welding shop, sorry. I think I might just make some kind of bumper out of that. I got a bunch of stuff here. A few things. This hook here, I'm gonna probably put in the back of too much stuff of this mower. Something like this, just like that, to tow people, something like that. I don't know. Nah. Those are just little finishing touches that I want to do. In the previous video I mentioned I want to cut this out and put a tractor seat there. Gotta cut this whole piece out. It's all rusted. Remake a piece. Make a piece like this for the other side. On Kijiji, my local area, Kijiji, I did find, this is a 16 horsepower. I did find a 20 horsepower turbo cooled for $150. I might decide to put it in. I'm not sure. I'll see how the four-wheel drive works with this one, and I might decide to change in the future. I'm not sure. yeah, so once the front end's boxed, I'm going to take those fenders off. I'm looking for the old Type Round John Deere fenders for the back. And redo some of the wiring. I still got a ways to go. I mean, the biggest thing is to just do the front end first. Get that all welded up and fixed up, and then try to get the motor running and see if I can't run the front end, front transmission, see how that does. So anyway, that's just an update on the mud mower. Did a little bit today. This year I'm trying to work a little bit less. Just because this thing has been sitting here for a year now, and I kind of want to do some stuff with it. I want to ride around, have a little bit of fun. So I'm going to try to get as much done as I can on it. As some of you might know, I do run a small engine repair shop too, besides my regular job. So it's been getting busy with that too. So anyway, I'm trying to take on a little bit less so I can have a little bit of fun. Anyway, if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Any questions, put them in the comment section below, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Have a good day.